Hey everybody, I'm back on another episode of AB's World. I'm going to be talking about the California wildfires. Thank you for joining me today. So I know everybody is talking about what's going on in California. It's a tragedy. So many people lost their homes, their lives, their families, their jobs, their schools, and their communities, right? Part of me discussing about different current events is so I can get my audience to unite and to always think outside the box with a different outlook and a very positive outcome on certain situations, even if they're not positive at the moment. It's kind of sad what happened with the San Francisco earthquake. I don't know if anyone heard about it. There was an earthquake warning besides what's going on in Southern California, which is the Los Angeles area. I just think that when you have situations like this and you have so many people helping the community, it just shows that there are still good people out there in this world. What I really liked, what I saw was that I saw a lot of celebrities helping these people that are not even celebrities that are not even from California, and it really made me feel that celebrities are humans too. We just have to respect ourselves, right? We have to know who we are as humans and know that we gotta help ourselves before we go ahead and help somebody else. We gotta help the communities. We gotta, you know, continue doing what we're supposed to be doing as human beings. It's like a cycle. You wake up every single day, you go to work. We have to really help each other. So I just wanted to let everyone know that I am not really going to be on Instagram anymore because I think it's an addiction. So I'm going to be speaking more about my topics, obviously, on Riverside. I'm still going to be talking and posting. So I'm going to be going more on YouTube right now. That's how I'm going to be advertising with Snapchat and possibly TikTok. I'm not really good with social media. I want to become better at it. I think it's important that the young people today also stay away from certain things on social media. It can be addicting. Even people that are like my age, they rely on all these sources from online, but they don't really want to actually enjoy life, if you know what I'm saying. So I really wanted to discuss more about what's going on in California. I think that there's a whole another story or version of what happened in California that people are not aware of, or they don't really want to get to know the facts. They're just stating their opinion on what they read or what they heard online. So a lot of these fires, in my opinion, for me, I just, based on what I've seen, is that it was done intentionally. I heard that there was kids that actually planned the fires. I don't believe that for a second. I don't think a kid is capable of doing such destruction to a city, if that makes any sense at all. We need to really ask these questions to ourselves so we can actually get to the bottom of what actually went down in California. I've actually never been to California before, so I don't have a lot of knowledge on the infrastructure, but I know that they have very bad infrastructure in California. So, what I'm thinking would happen is there's a lot of these houses that were built, and I think that what they're trying to do is they wanted to destroy the city so they can make it a smart city by 2030. I believe that this is part of their climate change goals to make all these people homeless. So you have all these big companies like BlackRock coming to buy out these houses so they can rebuild, no matter if, these celebrities are their house is worth like $40 million or a $2 million house. It doesn't matter. I think that that's really what happened. I also believe that this is all biblical as well. I believe that when you have so much corruption and greed and Satanism in a small place, this is the outcome. Instead of trying to get closer to God and become better and helping your communities, they're actually promoting horrible things like pedophilia, homosexuality, violence. Um, a lot of these horrible things that they're promoting does not align with human nature, if that makes sense. And I think that that's really what the moral of the story is how much farther do they want to go? You see, like, literally half the southern part of California is gone. You have Venice to Malibu to the Palisades. Like, I was keeping track, and I just see that, a lot of these innocent people are relying on the government to help them out. Meanwhile, we all know the government is not going to help them because the government is corrupt. They were probably the ones that approved all these houses going down, along with BlackRock or whoever they have affiliations with. I just want to make sure that my audience and I were on the same page. This is not something to brag about or to, second guess. Like, we need to get all the facts in order to make a fair conclusion on to actually what happened. I'm just letting you guys know this is what I saw, this is what I heard, and I feel that a lot of these people in California are going to be left behind, just like the people in Asheville, North Carolina, with the hurricane, and the innocent people of Hawaii. And I just think that people in America, they don't want to learn their lesson. And I hate politics. I don't even want to talk about politics, ever. People don't want to unite. People are fighting with each other. The economy is not great. People don't have jobs. People are starving out here in America. And our government is just laughing at us while they're giving $50, $60 million to Ukraine and to foreign countries like Israel and Iran. We can't afford to give money to any of these countries when we have so many problems right here outside in our backyard. We have a lot of problems with infrastructure, our economy. We have a migrant crisis. We have a mental health crisis that's out of control. A lot of young people are still living with their parents. I thank God I live in my own studio. It's tough for me. Sometimes I don't know how I continue to go, but I keep going. Like, I made this video today. It's difficult for me. I live alone, and my job, I don't think, is paying me nearly enough as it should for the things that I need to do in order to fix my mental, and I can move on to a better and more healthy and successful life. And people with disabilities in our country are not getting treated the way they should, as well as our veterans. It's all part of the plan. We need to stop relying on the government. We need to stop asking for certain things and rely on God and do what's necessary to survive on our own. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's harsh. We see that right now this whole country is literally crumbling. Now we have a new administration coming in on Monday next week. I don't know what they're gonna do. I just know that our economy is really, really in shambles. A lot of people are hurting right now. I'm one of them. If you're making X amount of money and you gotta pay laundry, rent, transportation, food, electricity, phone, gas, heat, and your car, or the gym, you don't have money to do anything else. This is literally what I'm trying to say. I don't like it when, I talk to people and say, oh, you got to budget, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, because you don't have anything to budget. Your monthly expenses are really never going to change that much. Usually all these expenses are usually the same when it comes to rent, utilities, food, laundry, gym, cell phone, transportation, heat, gas, hot water. It's pretty much all the same. And I forgot to even name insurance. So this is really the bottom line, is that we are not looking at this in a logical way. We are looking at it as a way of destruction, and yes, it's horrible, it's destruction. People's lives were cut short. People lost everything. People lost their homes. People lost their schools. People lost their jobs, their businesses, their livelihoods. But maybe that's a wake-up call that we have to do better. Maybe this is God's way of cleaning California. Hollywood promotes such horrible things. They promote evil, they promote saintism, pedophilia, and people don't really want to talk about what they're promoting. They just want to continue watching these movies and give all these record labels their business, their hard-earned money, without even doing any research on where their money's actually going, if that makes sense. I think that what's going on in California is a tragedy. I think that people that don't live in California are not surprised, right? Because of all the things that they done till now. You see how incompetent their mayor and their governor really is. They don't care about these people. They don't care how many lives were lost. They haven't done anything to help these people out. They're not going to help these people out. What are they going to do? Send a lousy $700 to these innocent families that lost their lives, that probably could never rebuild again? Like now the president is sending like 40 or 50 million dollars to Ukraine. It just makes me really upset to see how this country is headed in the wrong path completely. And I even said it when I was talking earlier. I'm not a fan of politics. I don't even vote. I don't vote for anybody, because I know as a business person, you got to keep religion and politics out. Nobody really wants to hear what you have to say politically or religion wise. Nobody cares, which is great. But this is why it's called Amy's World, where I'm able to express myself to my audience in a way that people can come to agree, or vice versa, disagree to agree, or agree to disagree, depending on a lot of factors that go into play. Maybe somebody knows more information than me. Maybe somebody did more research and followed the story more than I have. A lot of people are also on vacation right now, too, that I know of. So not everybody's fully informed of what happened. What I'm trying to say is that this is definitely not the right path for our country. And I think that America is pretty much gone. There's no hope in a country that is literally a stolen land, and so many horrible things have been happening in our country for the last 10 to 20 years, like at 9/11. A lot of these horrible events have been planned by evil people, and those evil people are not being called out on destruction of humanity and our country. I would like to know what everyone thinks about this topic, and I will definitely be posting more videos. I'll be sharing more content. I just wanted to, you know, tell you guys thank you for always acknowledging my videos. I'm trying to get people to tune in more by talking about different things as well as getting more views. I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys.